wrong places, your efforts matter. I want to share with you three reflections that will help you, especially on your journey as a healer in that early phase of your journey. Before we get into that, just a quick reminder. All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. As promised, I want to share with you three reflections on this journey of being a healer that will definitely make a difference to you in whatever stage you may be, especially if it's that early phase where very often there's a tendency to ask a lot of questions and to doubt ourselves. So, the first reflection, of course, is to take stock. By that, obviously, I mean that in the work that you're doing, in the day to day activities that you're doing already, take stock. Actually take a moment and even if it's as simple as writing it down. Okay, what did I do today? What did I do this week? Maybe it is in the context of creating your video content, your maybe meeting prospective clients, or maybe you're active in a community. Whatever it may be, the key of course is to take stock. And when you take stock, one very interesting thing that happens is that you'll start to notice patterns. You'll start to notice that they're not random things that you've been doing, but instead there's something much bigger that is growing. And this is where the second reflection can really make that difference to you. Because when you take stock, remember also to take heart. Remember everything that you're doing, even if it was an inspired action in the moment, or maybe it was like, okay, I said I would do this, so I'm not really feeling it, but I'll still do it anyway. Or maybe there is a randomness in what you're doing. But in this moment, when you actually take heart and you notice that there are changes that are happening, there are shifts that you're making, that truly can make all the difference. So, as always, when I share with you on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, my intention, of course, is to remind you that what you're doing here really does matter, and that when you make it a point to show up every day, as I was inspired to write today's theme, small steps, large footprints. Or in fact, I'll go one step further, small steps, larger footprints. And this brings me to the third reflection. As I said, take stock, take heart. And the third reflection, of course, is to allow miracles in. Just remember, whatever you're doing right now, it matters. Maybe on the day to day, it might not seem that evident, but the truth is that it matters. So when you actually allow miracles into your life, that is when you will actually feel the effects of those miracles in your life. You will find yourself bouncing back much faster. You will find yourself noticing things that maybe earlier it took you longer to snap out of. Maybe even if it was to express your gratitude, to experience what you're truly going through, and sharing that gratitude with others or with yourself, you'll notice that now you're doing it a lot more deeply, a lot more, not even sincerely, but you're really like tapping into it. So, as always, these pods, these reflections that happen especially every evening, it is just another way of me telling you that you matter. And especially if you're in that early phase of being a healer, it's so important to be reminded that what you're doing really does have value, and that in days to come, you will, of course, get to see that your small steps actually created larger footprints. So, as always, you know, treat this as an invitation, especially if you're at that phase right now where you don't have a community that is here to support you. My intention is just to remind you that you're not alone on this journey, and that me and members of our community are here to be that space for you so that you can be reminded once again why you matter and that you get to continue to be on this journey. As always, having said all of that, remember to live your purpose. God bless, and of course, I'll be back with another one. We, of course, do the recording live, and a lot of times members of our community show up and they share some of their reflections. So I'm just looking at the comment section for the moment. Mm, Devasmita says, "Thank you, Rahul. Your magic transforms many lives now." Mm, okay. Another question is, if anyone is having problems in to allow miracles in, what three steps would I suggest? Uh, so, if basically the question is, if someone is having a difficulty in allowing miracles in, one is, make sure that you are with people who believe in miracles as much or even more than you. So, a lot of times when I'm working with my students, when I'm working with my clients, they will turn around and ask me like, how do you believe in me even more than I do? And this is just an example of that, right? When you surround yourself with people who are already in that spirit of allowing, there is that reflection that happens in your own life, and you will find yourself also allowing more miracles in. The second is, of course, to have a practice. Maybe it is showing up and being part of a community. Maybe it is, gratitude journaling. For me, there's a reason why somehow consistently over the last 3+ years, invariably I do this recording only at night. I've explored doing it in the evenings, explored doing it in the morning, but somehow doing this, recording this video in the night feels right, and that is my way of allowing miracles in. So the question to you, of course, is what what practice are you adopting that will keep you in this spirit of openness? And the third is, to just be patient, and remind yourself that whatever you're going through, it will pass. And once again, like I said, the bonus step here is, if you find it difficult to do it by yourself, make sure that you are in the company of others who are here to support you. So, as always, having said all of that, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And I'll be back in the next one. I see we've got Raji here as well. Thank you, Raji, for tuning in. And until we meet again, take care. God bless. Bye bye.